conflict over beliefs is unavoidable. Christians and Muslims are going to think each other is wrong. Simple as that. But there doesn't have to be clashes of civilizations. There doesn't have to be hatred and war. Christian, Muslims, and Jews, we share a common background. We're all children of Abraham. We all believe that God is all merciful. And we all believe that God is all just. And we all believe that as followers of the all-merciful and all-just God, we're supposed to be merciful and just.
The idea of a human being having a right to be treated a certain way by his or her fellow human beings goes back into the Old Testament Hebrew Bible.
I wanted to gather people together who are concerned about what was happening in the world and see if we could make a difference. Calvin
says that to wreak injustice on one of one's fellow human beings is to injure God.
We need to find within our tradition the resources that motivate liberty and tolerance, that motivate compassion and mercy, and not bigotry and violence.
Whether it's the destruction of Christian holy sites in Egypt, the demolition of the Buddhist statues in Afghanistan, or the mass exodus of Christians from Iraq, the despicable violence against these communities is antithetical to the legacy of previous Muslim societies. In the Qur'an, God said, "There shall be no compulsion in matters of faith." As an Abrahamic faith, Islam embraces Christians and Jews as monotheists and believers in the one God. The Quran further recognizes their holy books, the Torah and the Bible, as divine revelations to mankind and honors Christians and Jews as people of the book.
My goal is not to persuade Muslim Christians and Jews that we all worship the same God. My goal is for each of us to draw upon our own traditions, our own faith traditions.
If you try to build a country based on this idea that every human being is created on God's image, what we learn in the Midrash, that therefore when you harm a fellow human being, any human being, you are attacking God.
If you don't love your neighbor, you're not loving God. That becomes a standard theme in the New Testament.
And so I thought what we need to do is to gather together a group of writers who would think of religiously motivated peace, justice, and tolerance. And so I'm trying to get real Muslims, Christians, and Jews to rescue their faith from politics and violence and hatred, and then to work together for peace.
And I would like to say, as a Christian, to these two friends of mine, the words of Jesus: "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be the children of God."